My name is Levent Kurnaz. I hold a PhD degree in physics from the University of Pittsburgh. For the last 16 years, I have been working as a professor at Boğaziçi University in Istanbul. My research focuses on regional climate modeling. Climate change is the most important problem mankind has ever faced. On one side, there is growing evidence from scientists on how climate change will progress and how that will affect our lives. On the other side, there is continuing ignorance of these scientific facts by the public and media circles, especially in Turkey and around the Mediterranean. My project as a Mercator-IPC Fellow deals with the modeling of the future climate change around the Mediterranean area. I believe that in Germany, the public has become aware of climate change and its consequences. However, the same understanding is missing in Turkey, and that is one of the factors influencing the development of Turkish-EU relations. Accordingly, we should put more emphasis on the results of this project being understood by a broader public. In my opinion, the Mercator-IPC Fellowship Program provides the framework to make a wider audience aware of the importance of climate change.
My name is Jörn Richert. I am a political scientist and policy advisor. My research focuses on international energy politics and foresight methods. For the last 2 years, I have worked with the Future Analysis branch of the German Armed Forces Planning Office. Turkey is of utmost importance for Europe's energy security. As a Mercator-IPC Fellow, I will develop scenarios to analyze the future of EU-Turkish energy relations. My goal is to identify concrete policy options for both parties. The challenges in the energy sector are manifold. Growing demand, particularly in Turkey, calls for quick and cheap ways of generating power. To tackle the threat of climate change, we need to further develop renewable energies and use our resources more efficiently. Most importantly, in order to find ways to meet our energy demands and slow down climate change, we need to exchange ideas and find joint solutions. Here, the Mercator-IPC Fellowship provides a great opportunity to point out policy options that lead to energy security and tackle the challenges of climate change at the same time.
My name is Ebru Turhan. I'm a political scientist and an economist. I hold a PhD from the University of Cologne. For the last 8 years, I have worked at the Berlin representation of the Turkish Industry and Business Association TÜSİAD. In Berlin, I have focused on the enhancement of German-Turkish bilateral relations and the strengthening of Turkey's EU perspective. 3 dimensions stand out in German-Turkish relations. Firstly, Germany is Turkey's most important economic partner. Secondly, the two countries recently signed a strategic dialogue agreement, which further strengthens their foreign policy dialogue. And thirdly, Germany has always played a key role in EU-Turkey relations. As a Mercator-IPC Fellow, I will particularly take into account the implications of new global challenges, the Euro crisis, and the debate on the future architecture of the EU for the German-Turkish dialogue. I will further elucidate changes in German policies vis-à-vis Turkey. The Mercator-IPC Fellowship Program allows me to make the most of my academic and practical knowledge and contribute to a better understanding of the dynamics of German-Turkish relations.
My name is Kerem Aktem. I'm a research fellow at the University of Oxford. I'm also an expert in Middle Eastern studies, Turkish politics, and international relations. Most recently, I've worked on Turkey's foreign policy in the Balkans. It was there that I became aware of Turkish Islamic networks operating in Europe. They have now become important actors and part of Turkey's soft power. Yet this is of course a development that has its critics. As Mercator-IPC Fellow, I will examine a central aspect of Turkey's foreign policy today. The research deals with the growing importance of religion and identity in Turkey's relations with the world. Both in the Balkans and in Germany, Turkish institutions increasingly see themselves as protectors of local Muslim communities. Hence, I seek to understand to what extent Turkey now resembles a Muslim patron state. I will ask what this new identity-based foreign policy will mean for Turkey's place in the world and for the countries and communities in question.
My name is Çiğdem Bozda. I hold a PhD in Communication and Media Studies. In the last 5 years, I have been working at the University of Bremen on the topics of intercultural and transcultural communication, migration and digital media. New information and communication technologies have changed our lives and education. Within a couple of clicks, students and teachers can reach information from all over the world. Through digital media, also worldwide communication with people of different cultural backgrounds has become possible. This can enable students to develop a better understanding of other cultures. As a Mercator-IPC Fellow, I will examine how media is used in Turkish and German schools and how this affects their relations. Policymakers invest a lot of time and money in the integration of media technologies in education. However, we still need policies in order to increase media literacy of pupils and teachers and to guarantee equal access to information and communication technologies. The Mercator-IPC Fellowship provides the opportunity for contributing to such a development by making recommendations for the better use of technologies in schools for building intercultural networks.
My name is Almut Küppers. I am an educational scientist and I hold a PhD from Frankfurt University. In my research, I focus on multilingualism. Mobility and migration have always shaped our realities. But people on the move not only change identities, they also change the territories in which they live and work. The space between Turkey and Germany is evolving rapidly. Yet still, not airports connect people, languages do. In my project as a Mercator-IPC Fellow, I investigate the social cultural impact of a multilingual school program in Germany. I look at the effect it has when Turkish is no longer regarded as a stigmatized immigrant language, but used for educational purposes. How does it change mutual understanding when German-speaking children learn Turkish as a foreign language? And what does it do to the self-esteem of people when their home languages are valued? Integration is a door which can be walked through from two sides. Upgrading an immigrant language like Turkish in Germany would give way to a new path of integration. The Mercator-IPC Fellowship Program enables me to forcefully work towards the realization of these aims.